Hey friends, it has been a while. It has been a while. It is Lisa with Hand Stamped with Lisa Pretto, and I am coming to you live today on a new little feature that I'm starting. But I thought I would explain a little bit about where I have been. So some of you may know that I had some health concerns, and I will tell you, they threw me for a loop. I had a surgery, and then I went through some chemo and radiation, very light chemo, but radiation, and they were exhausting, and I'm still very tired. I get tired very easily, but I am determined to get back in the saddle. So I am coming to you live. I'm going to be doing Tuesday tags. Says it is the season. Also, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. I know that I say the word tag very oddly. Apparently, it is my Midwest accent coming out. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing Tuesday tags because it's the holiday season. You guys, it is the holiday season. We've had our first snow here in Madison, Wisconsin, and I did put up two little trees, two 3-foot trees that are up, not decorated. They are just here for the ambiance. I think my daughter would shoot me if I decorated quite this early, but yeah, so we are in holiday mode. And so one of the things that I love to do to kind of kick off the holiday season is take a little trip to my home goods store. Home goods. You could spend all day and all your money in there. I mean, it's just crazy. But I love to get some hostess gifts so that when you go to someone's house or you're doing something, you have that little gift that you can take and you're not worried about it at the last minute. So I've got a bunch of goodies that I bought, and I am going to be, over the next several weeks, creating tags for you with these little gifts. And so the one that I'm going to do today, I'm going to be using the Christmas Greenery dies, which is so beautiful. It harmonizes with, where did I put it? This beautiful paper. And so I'll show you that paper as well, but it's so pretty. And I found some really cute little fun gifts to do. So let me turn you around and we will get started on our tags today. I actually have two of them. So the first thing I want to show you is this really darling container. My Home Goods had a whole bunch of these containers, all different colors, but they're perfect for putting like little cookies in, or if you want to do soup for someone. And this one had this red cardinal and these branches on it, which I just thought were so pretty. So we're going to start by doing just a really simple, really easy tag that we're going to put on this one, wrap it up as a go. So one of the things when it comes to making tags, one of the things that I am really passionate about is I believe that holiday tags should be made from scraps, right? So typically I'm going to have like that pile of scraps, those quarter sheets of cardstock, little pieces of cardstock that I have laying around that accumulate over the year. So always with little bits and pieces of cardstock that I have. And also, these are not going to be works of art. These are not going to be big works of art that take hours and hours because it's a gift tag. And gift tags, gone, right? So I do want the presentation to be really pretty, but I'm not going to spend so much time on it that I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, they threw away my gift tag. Like, take a break, right, Lisa? Don't take yourself quite so seriously. So I want to show you what I'm using here. I am obsessed with these little greenery, these evergreens. I love kind of a natural look for the holidays. And so I just had some different colored green cardstock laying around. And so let me show you what I used. This is the Christmas Greenery dies. And if we open this up, you're going to see that it has this really beautiful evergreen bough. And so I just did this. Honestly, I did a whole bunch of them in all different colors of green so I could make some gift tags really easily. So this is the one that I'm starting with, but it's got all of these beautiful images, and we're going to use this one as well. But this is the one that I'm starting with. And so again, I just grabbed some scrap green and I die cut a whole bunch of these. So that is what we have there, is that greenery. And then I took this frame die cutting set that we have, and I just took one of them and I created this really beautiful little rectangle. It's got a little bit of embellishment on the edges, so it makes it really easy just to look a little bit more special. So we're going to go with these things here, and then I went with the traditional labels stamp set. Really cute. It comes with a punch, so I'm going to show that in a different tag, but today I'm just going to be stamping some sentiments in here, but really great sentiments for the holidays. So we're going to be using this a couple of different times. And so I've got my pieces here, and then I'm just going to take from traditional labels, I'm going to take this Just For You portion of it, and my real red stamp pad. I am a traditionalist when it comes to colors for Christmas. I do love me some red and white. I also love like blue and silver, so I think that's really pretty as well. But I'm just going to come with that real red, and I'm going to come right down on the bottom there. So really, really simple. And then I'm going to take these two little fellas, and I'm just going to go ahead and adhere them so that they cross over each other, and it just is going to create that really nice full look. So I'm just going to take my glue here, give myself a little bit of glue, and I'm just going to put it on the top half here. So you can see I just put that glue on the top half, and I'm going to come in and lay it right on there. So that's really easy. And then I've got this other one, and I'm just going to go ahead and grab my small dimensionals. I want this one popped up just a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and put a couple of small dimensionals on him, her, who knows, right? So I have started my holiday shopping. Have you guys started your holiday shopping? I like to start early because otherwise I feel like I get a little bit stressed if it takes too long. So I have started, especially with the grandkids. There's so many cute things for the grandkids, so I have to start early. So then what happens is I just keep shopping, but neither here nor there. So look at how cute that is. Super, super darling. And I feel like it needs just a little bit of embellishment, and we've got these really darling stars. Look at how pretty those are. Look at the, and it is called Faceted Snowflakes, which is exactly what it is. I mean, it gives so much little sparkle. So I'm just going to come in with a couple of those small ones, those small red, so pretty here. Right, so it just gives that little bit of extra embellishment. And then I'm going to use that good old handheld punch, right? I mean, everybody needs a nice handheld punch. And I'm just going to put that little hole right up there. And so then when I go ahead and fill that, super easy, right? And so let me see what I want to do for ribbon. I think I'm going to go here. So this white and silver ribbon, super pretty. And so we're just going to go ahead and wrap this around it. Now I'm going to do it kind of not really, really tight because I haven't filled this with anything yet. My go-to for this thing is I do make chocolate covered peanut butter balls. Those are my husband's favorite, so those are my go-to when it comes to making holiday treats. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm just going to take this one. I've got a nice little corner there that I should be able to slide through. Let's see. There we go. Right, and then I can just do that. So peanut butter balls go to here. Really easy. I also love to package up, like if I'm going to someone's house, like I love to package up like a soup or something that they can tuck away and have the next day when they're on, you know, getting over their party and cleaning up. It's nice to give them a little easy meal. So look at how cute that is. I mean, so simple. You could do a little bow on that greenery, but really, really easy. So loved that. That's one of my first tags. And then I actually have another tag for you using those same, some of those same things. So in this one, I'm going to put that guy back in here, and there's this one. This is the other die that I'm going to use, and if we look at it, it creates this lovely image. So when we look at the designer series paper that this comes in, I wanted to show you this. This is a red and gold. Look at those poinsettias. Look at how beautiful that is. So that comes from the designer series paper, and then there's a whole sheet of these flowers that you can just trim out and then use your die so you don't even have to fancy cut. So I've got that as well. So what I'm going to do with that guy is I have some really beautiful smelling rose soap. I love to give hand soap. Another really great holiday gift for people. It's a nice thing to have for people to put either like in a drawer so that everything smells really yummy, or in their guest bathroom as they're entertaining. Really easy. And so I just cut that designer series paper big enough so that it would be able to wrap around this soap. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that right there. Pull that nice and tight, and then I'm going to go ahead and use our two-sided tape, our Stamp and Seal, on this other side as well. And you can see, give it nice and tight. So you could do this first and make sure that it all sits really nicely, and you can use your burnishing tool and burnish it, but I am just going to do a little bit of this right here. So burnishing tool works really good, your bone folder, but then we can just, and I'm going to use some ribbon to tie this up tight, but you can see how cute that is, right? I love wrapping gifts. It's one of my favorite things. I actually set up a whole table in my crafting studio so that I can wrap gifts and have everything out and all the pieces. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. But this designer series paper is so beautiful for small gifts. It just gives such a beautiful finish to it, and it's so pretty. So if you have smaller gifts, smaller things, lean into some of that designer series paper, because I mean, you guys, look at how beautiful that is. So, so pretty. And don't worry if it's a little schmutzy there, because I'm going to tie it with that white ribbon. So we're going to tie it all up so it's not going to pop open on us. Now you could also use the gold ribbon or a red ribbon. I like to have some continuity in my wrapping, so I tend to go with, if I go with a colored paper, I'm always going to go with a white ribbon so that all of my packages look like they belong together. But look at how cute that is. So let's go ahead and make a little bit of a tag for this. So I've got that really pretty flower that I already die cut out from that designer series paper. I mean, I didn't have to stamp it, I didn't have to fussy cut it, nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and come in with 2 of my circle punches, and I'm going to do the smallest one. I'm going to do in a little bit of white. So we'll go ahead and pop that guy out. And then this is a designer series paper, and it's just the other side of that really pretty foiled paper. And so I'm going to go with the green on this one. So we'll get those guys out of the way. And so you can see here is I'm going to have that green, and then I'm going to have this one come right on top of it like that. And I'm going to go ahead and use that same stamp set. So I'm going to use the traditional labels again, and I'm going to use the to from. Now the to from are actually 2 separate stamps, which I really like, because you could put one on the front and one on the back, or you could move them around or however you want them. So I just stuck them both on that piece or that on that clear block, and I'm going to come right in, and I'm going to come up and to the side here. So I've got that to from on there, and then we're just going to go ahead and adhere that. Looks like I got a big splotch of it there, so we're going to go ahead and adhere that right on there. And then I'm going to take this guy and I'm just going to pop it up right over here. So it's going to come right on the side there to make that really pretty little card. So I'm going to give a little bit of dimension to that. And I'm just going to stick right on the side here. So 2 little dimensionals, don't need much there. Got our greeting. And then we're just going to come in with this one right there. Look at how cute. Oh my gosh, that is so, so pretty. It adds just that perfect touch. If you look closely, can you see the foil on there? So pretty. And then you've got the foil here as well. So really, really pretty. So again, we're going to come in here. We're going to go with that little hole punch. And we are going to come right on through that guy, real gentle so that we don't tear it at all. And then we're going to come in all right, and look at how cute that is. That designer series paper does such a good job of wrapping those little gifts. It's so cute. And then just using that same DSP, same designer series paper here, and then that little greeting, such a perfect little hostess gift. And then again, we've got that really beautiful container that we could put all sorts of little goodies in. This would also be cute with like socks and hand lotion. Like these little containers, you could do really just about anything in there. But again, just a really, really sweet little gift tag. So that is my Tuesday tags for you. So next Tuesday, I've got some new ones. I've got probably one of my favorite things to gift over the holiday season. When I'm going to someone's house and they've invited me, one of my favorite gifts. So I'm going to share that with you next Tuesday. But I am looking forward to stamping more with you guys. I will be here tomorrow with some holiday cards. So I'm going to come tomorrow. I'm coming on again tomorrow. I'm like, if you're going to do it, go all in, right? So super excited to be back tomorrow with some holiday cards. But those are my Tuesday tags, and I will see you tomorrow and then next week. Make it a great one, friends.